Alright, we're looking at my second V-block motor that I drew in LibreCAD. I didn't have AutoCAD Desk at the moment when I drew this. As you can see, here's the intake carburetor mounting pad on the intake manifold. Over here is the thermostat in the front of the motor, and then a rod for the distributor to go down to the and then these are your intake manifold ports, left side, right side, bank, and then this is it. It looks like over top, back side, bottom left. As you can see, this is the front view, front cut of the internal tank. This is the in between, and this is the back, which shows the stub rod. Alright, once again, intake manifold. Now the distributor is labeled here, shown on the top. Distributor, thermostat, intake manifold for the carburetor to be mounted on top view side. And this is, let's see if I label this, air intake manifold. I produced these drawings on the June 16th of 2001. This shows the carburetor on top, which I'll probably do a special video over for here. Throttle intake, 4 float, 4 barrel, 4 carburetor. Thermostat is drawn out, which I didn't detail in this position. Over here would be a side view of the distributor, and other side of the carburetor, also the other distributor, which goes through the intake manifold. You can see my cross-sectional lines. Over here it shows the right overhead cylinder bank exhaust, push rod, right cylinder bank camshaft with a butt rod, push rod, left cylinder, left overhead, right block cylinder, left overhead cylinder block with exhaust. It shows the front view of the engine with the flywheel on, the push rods, manifold, exhaust, oil pan. This is what it looks like with the top of the carburetor mounted, and then over here crankshaft. Bottom side of the V. Basically, this is at an angle. These are ellipses to show that it's at an angle. Crankshaft rod. Alright, this is the belt drive. Camshaft, gear distributor, stub shafts, cam lobes, camshaft, damper pulley, gear distributor, which is in the intake, stub shaft, cam lobe. This gear distributor on the camshaft turns the power, the distributor. Crankshaft at all different angles, quarter degree turns, and left overhead cylinder block, cylinder head gaskets. Distributor to scale to 1.5. Shows the flyweight, star gear, armature, modulate, like air intake manifold. This is an H6EM. It's basically a drawing that I didn't copy it, but I looked at it like enough to copy, produce, or reverse engineered. These show these little round circles on the top of the head of the distributor, the ignition spark plug spots. There's your distributor mounted on top of there. In the middle, which comes down to the gear shaft right here, the gear bunt stash, the gear stub will match the distributor, oil pan, oil filter. Alright, show the carburetor, distributor, water manifold, oil filter, oil pan, harmonic balancer, flywheel, and belt to crankshaft, exhaust pipe, harmonic balancer, flywheel, belt to crankshaft, exhaust pipe, oil, distributor. This shows the flywheel, harmonic balancer, which is pretty much the same from the I use over that again. Your oil jumpers, which go up through the crankshaft, and it shows the oil filter, rear flywheel scavenger pump with the the oil sump pump, oil jumpers, oil filter, oil pan, oil scavenger pump. What we have here. This is the oil pan. Left overhead cylinder block with exhaust. Right overhead cylinder block with exhaust. Right overhead cylinder block with exhaust. Left overhead cylinder block push rod. Push rod right and left cylinder brake with camshaft. Piston. Connection rod. Rock arm last adjusters and push rods. Right cylinder block valves. Right cylinder block push rods. Left cylinder head block valves, camshaft. Then you see the carburetor on top, which I'll do in a second video. My own design carburetor, everything like pretty generic motor except for the some of the parts ideas. This shows the crankshaft turn gear cross-section view. This one with the connection rods and pistons. And thermostat. Water jackets are in the cylinders. Water jacket overhead cylinder. Water jackets right head cylinder block. And that is X-type motor that second V block motor that I did in LibreCAD. Thanks for watching.